Okay, here we go. Thanks so much, everyone. I am here with ClickView and Streamable Learning, and we're going to dive into what these platforms are and how you can log in and start using them with your students. Like Michelle said, my name is Emma Talapic. I'm Customer Success Lead at ClickView, and ClickView is the parent company, and then we have two products, ClickView and Streamable Learning. I do have a bit of education background. For about 5 years, I was teaching first grade and then moved into the ed tech space and love working with teachers and helping integrate more digital content into classrooms. So we'll dive in today, and I'm going to do just that with you. So you guys know video is one of the most powerful tools to use in a class. Students are curious visual learners, and the right video can really spark understanding in seconds. But you also know that finding the right video is harder than it should be. And educators like yourself spend hours looking for the right video that meets your standards and it works perfectly for your students. So we're here to help with our two different products. So like I said, we have two products, ClickView and Streamable Learning. We'll walk through both of them today. And if you're in Johnson County, you can log into both of these today through ClassLink. So as we are exploring, feel free to log yourself in and explore on your own as well. And then also use that chat box if any questions come up. I'll try to monitor it, but feel free to also go off mute if you have questions and ask away. Okay, we are going to start off with Streamable Learning. So let me pull it up right here. So Streamable Learning is a very exciting one. We actually acquired them about 1.5 years ago. So this still feels new and exciting and fun, but they are live video field trips for every classroom. So K through 12, they are virtual field trips, and we'll dive in to see exactly what those look like. So there is a Streamable Learning platform, and it is home to all of those field trips. We'll log in soon. But basically, in a nutshell, we are connecting you and your students to subject matter experts. Again, K through 12, all subject areas. You get to interact with an expert on their area. And we aim to enhance the inquiry-based learning, as well as providing that equal access for every student. We know that you guys are in North Carolina and have things accessible to you there, but you obviously can't just easily go to a museum in California or even across the world. So we're going to bring it straight to you. And it's as simple as discovering the field trip, booking it, and attending it in a single click. I'll show you again in the platform in just a minute, and we'll see how you can join live sessions led by those professionals. And then every single one of those live sessions is recorded, and then that recording is put on our platform so you can view at a later time. So for example, if you aren't free Tuesday at 3 to learn about robots or coding, we can make sure that that is recorded, and then you and your students can watch it at a later time. Okay, we do partner with hundreds of unique organizations worldwide, and we're always looking for more. So if you have any content partners that you think would be a great fit for Streamable Learning, let us know, and we're happy to reach out to them and see if they want to join in on the Streamable Learning family. We do pay our content experts to bring their knowledge to the platform, and we'd be happy to continue to grow our content offering. Alrighty, like I said, we are K through 12 curriculum coverage, all grades, all subjects, and all standard aligned. So I'll show you how to see those standards once we're in there, and then we'll come back to that after we've dived in. Okay, so I'm going to dive into Streamable Learning now. Like I said, please log in if you are part of Johnston and can get in through ClassLink. We have set up access through ClassLink, so go ahead, find your class launchpad, and then Streamable Learning is the application you're looking for, and you can get yourself logged in. Once you are logged in, I love to start looking at our live programs. So you'll see on top here, there is a banner that says upcoming live streams, and you can go explore that. Or you can go to the live streams tab in the middle here. And this is going to show you a calendar. Maybe I'll go to next month since September is almost over here. It's going to show a calendar of all the events offered that month. And you'll see that most days have more than one event with these little dots underneath. If you click on them, you can then scroll and see all of the events that are offered that day. And then if you want more information, just press this book button. And it's going to give you the title, the grade level that the field trip is aimed for, about how long it will be, the time and date of the event, and the description. If you do want to attend this event, it's as simple as pressing book. Once you press book, you can give us your name and your email. And then also around the number of attendees you assume is going to be attending the event with you. So how many students will be with you? This can be a ballpark. We just like to let our content providers know how many people they're talking to roughly. And then once you press that book button, what happens is we send you a calendar invite to this email that includes a Zoom link. And then when it is time for that event, you simply just go find that Zoom link, click on it, and join the event. Your camera for that Zoom meeting will be turned off. We don't have cameras on, but we do have the chat enabled so that you can be asking questions to the content expert as well as answering questions that they might ask their audience members as well. A few things to note about that Zoom link. It can be shared with your colleagues as well if they want to join from your Zoom link. And it also can be shared with students, but please note that that chat feature is turned on. So we just ask to make sure that expectations are provided to students and that they know that the chat is on and to be appropriate in it. Otherwise, most of our users, the teacher joins and presents the field trip from the big screen, and the students are interacting that way. All right, so that is as simple as booking a live event. Again, here are all of our upcoming ones. You can also filter by subject and grade, and then also see it in a list format if that works better for you. Okay, so those are all of our live events. And as a reminder, those live events are recorded. And then it takes our team about 24 to 48 hours after that live event to edit and to align that video and get it on our platform as a recording. So you can search through all of our previous recorded field trips as well. So on this page, you'll see there's recently streamed ones here, and then you'll see some content partners and then more topic base up here. And then you can also explore by subject. So if I explore all subjects, here are the subjects that we cover, and you can go try and find a video that works for you. And you can see any upcoming live ones and then also any previous live streams. So here is a live stream from one of our content partners, CodeJoy, and you'll see there is that description as well as our standards here. So if I can view academic standards, I chose North Carolina. And you'll see if it is aligned to any of them. If it is new on the platform, it might still need a few days for our content team to align those standards. And then underneath, you'll see additional resources that you can use. So feel free to check these out and download them and share them with your students if you want to enhance that field trip even more. All right, the last thing to take a look at on Streamable Learning is our Partners tab. So if you want to see a specific a specific content partner and what events they have to offer, go to the partners tab and we can go check it out here. Or if you potentially watched one and you were like, oh my goodness, that was awesome, I want to see if they have any upcoming ones or any previous recordings, again, just click on here and then you can see any past recordings as well as any that are upcoming. Okay, that is the gist of the Streamable Learning platform. But I just want to talk through a few ways that users have used the platform and then encourage you and the rest of your colleagues to use it as well. So here's an example from last year. This was 1 week in a stream of learning life. So you can see the different examples of events that are taking place, how it spans different subject areas as well as grade levels. And you see things such as the Moonshot Museum is talking about cosmic careers and the different careers that you can have within a science, either space or down on the ground for engineers as well. And then you could go to the Boston Museum of Fine Arts and talk about art of ancient Greece and Rome. And then on Wednesday, my favorite one is the Ocean Lab, where you're diving with great white sharks. They're actually taking the cameras into the ocean live with you, and you get to see what's going on. And then on Thursday, you can also explore ancient lands with maps at the Boston Public Library. And then Friday, we had an author visit with author Ginger Clark, talking about animal allies, creatures working together. We do have a bunch of author visits and author events. So if you are a librarian or teach in ELA, go check those out. They're super fun, and we definitely make sure to have a good amount of them throughout the year. And then here's other creative ways you can obviously use Streamable Learning. So we have that classroom integration. You're using it to enrich your lessons, but it also can be used to extend learning. It can be used as substitute plans. I think this is so convenient that it is about 40 to 60 minutes of a planned lesson that is engaging and fun for everyone, and does not require the teacher to make some extensive plans. And then you can do that library integration. Again, our author visits, it's super popular, but you can do some book extensions or theme weeks or reading rewards with them. Flexible and on-demand use, and community and parent engagement. We also have a lot of special events. So for example, Halloween, we have a lot of the, events that are related to the holiday or have some type of theme that helps acknowledge the holiday if you guys are not actually celebrating it. Okay, that is Streamable Learning. Again, you can log in through ClassLink and find the Streamable Learning icon. And it is our live virtual field trips that you can attend live with the content expert. And then those are also recorded and you can access all of the recordings. Okay, we're going to now switch over to our other platform, which is ClickView. But if you have any questions about Streamable Learning, pop them in the chat. Happy to answer them. And then we will transition now over to ClickView. So ClickView also has a ClassLink app. So if you go back into ClassLink, you were in Streamable Learning, but you can also now look for the ClickView app. As well as, because we are sister companies, we can bounce between the two platforms within each other without having to go back to ClassLink. So you can log into ClickView through ClassLink, and that's going to enable your single sign-on. But you can also jump into ClickView from Streamable Learning and vice versa. So you just click on your initials in the top right corner, and then there's the ClickView button. Excuse me. So now ClickView is going to open, and this is another supplemental video resource. And I like to think of Streamable Learning as our virtual field trips and ClickView as our short form videos that help supplement our lesson. And I'll show you more about that in just a minute, but let me go here to give you just a quick overview before we dive in. So again, Streamable, virtual field trips, ClickView is our short form videos, and they are standard align as well, every subject, every grade level. And we're going to walk you through a few things once we jump in the platform. We're going to look at how we can discover a video. We're going to look at how we can engage every student with the video and with additional resources. And then how we can understand the impact of how that video and the lesson went. Okay, so let's dive in here. So please get yourself logged in if you have not already. There are careers on ClickView. Thank you for your question. We'll jump into those. You'll see career and technical education right here. Go ahead, dive into ClickView either through ClassLink or switch over from Streamable Learning. And the first time you log in, it will ask you for your preferences. So go ahead and fill those out. But know that they're not, they can be changed at any time. So I can go to my initials in the top right corner and press settings. And then you see I have a my account box here and then preferences. So again, the first time you log in, this is going to let you choose it, but these can be changed within your settings. So you can decide what topics are you interested in seeing. And these are basically what topics are going to show on your home page and try to tailor it to you. But no, even when you use that search bar, it will search all of our libraries. But this is just to make your home page a bit more tailored to you. There's also on the bottom, you can say that you're interested in all topics. And then you have your academic standards here. So go ahead, choose North Carolina. And then school level. So as a reminder, ClickView is K through 12. And teachers, no matter what you teach, if you're a third grade teacher, you still get access to K through 12 content. So if you need to differentiate or extend at all, feel free to do that. You just can only see one school level at a time. So you'll have to come in here and go to elementary or to middle or to high. And because we know that there's plenty of staff members who bop around different grade levels and even different buildings throughout the day, in the bottom left corner, you'll see a high school right here. If I click on that, that's where I can also switch school levels instead of having to go into my settings. One more thing, if I choose elementary and press save, I can also then choose a grade level within my settings too. So you can choose between K through 5, or at the bottom, again, you can say that you teach all grades. Okay, so hopefully you had time to go and set up your settings. And now that's going to make your Discover page a bit more tailored to you and your preferences. So I always like to say the Discover page is like the Netflix for Education page. This is going to be tailored to you and to what you are viewing, and also show some updates and new videos that we bring on board. So you can then scroll here, check out some things that are new here. If you are in the elementary folder, there is upcoming events as well. We have special events and a calendar for elementary to help celebrate some holidays or special events coming up. And then down below, you're going to see some topics as well as our original productions. So ClickView is a production studio. We produce our own videos that are designed for the K through 12 market. And our standard align, appropriate, ad-free, etc. We have our whole production team that is constantly doing that and making more and more videos. And then we also license from educational producers as well. So we do the vetting for you. We go find the videos that are already out there that are good to go, and we bring them onto our platform so they're ad-free. And you'll see producers such as BBC, Makematic, TED Ed, Crash Course. So feel free to explore. You'll see, of course, ClickView Productions as well as our partners. And then I always want to let you guys know if there's ever a gap and you're not finding content for a specific area, please let us know because we are happy to do the vetting and go find something that's out there and already created and license it to the platform, or we can add it to our own production queue. So please let us know. We love to hear from educators and make it better. Okay, so we're going to discover a little bit more. Obviously, you can discover by subject area here. So you can click on a subject area and then it's going to be organized into different topics. And then you can find exactly which video is going to work for you and for your students. You can also use the search box here. And once you type in the keyword, there's additional filters here and you can narrow down your search even more. So if I go into a video, let's say I'm looking for a video on growth mindset for the beginning of the school year. This one is animated, as you can see, but we create videos of all different types, especially in middle and high school. You'll see more live action as well. And then the video player itself is what you're going to be used to, on YouTube and whatnot, of going full screen, picture in picture, different playback settings. We do offer closed captioning in English and Spanish. Stay tuned as we're adding more languages. And then I know I mentioned earlier that our videos on ClickView are short form. So we're meant to be a supplemental tool to a lesson plan. And our videos are around 3 to 7 minutes. And they can be made even shorter. So you'll see there's a scissors icon here where you can create a clip and just show a section of the video and then press next and save it. And you can share that with your students, which I'll show you how to share in just a minute. And then up on top, you'll see a heart. So if you click on that heart, it's just going to move that video into a playlist called My Favorites. And you can also create new playlists at any time. And these are here to help you stay organized. And these playlists live on your platform year after year. Okay, so we discovered this video, we're ready to use it, and we want to engage our students. Obviously, the video itself is a form of engagement, but we have additional things we want to show you. So down below, you'll see some learning intentions and some vocab words. You also then see our standard alignment here. And if I keep going, you'll see resources. So our content team has created these resources. The teacher pack will likely include some guiding questions, lesson plans, slide decks, student activities, and then some additional materials such as posters are all here to be used. And then interactives. So every video on ClickView can be made interactive. So underneath the video, there is a Make Interactive button, and this means you're making it from scratch. So I'll click on it, and I'm going to decide if I want the interactive to provide instant feedback to my students, if I want them to know that they got their questions correct right away, or rather more of a classic quiz type. Okay, super easy to make it interactive. What you're doing is basically adding questions throughout the video, turning it into a formative assessment. So you can click on where you want a question to pop up and then press Add Question. The top 3, fill in the blank, multiple choice, true or false, are pretty self-explanatory, and those are all graded automatically, and I'll show you how to get that data. And then you have short answer here. These, your students will be able to answer the question, and then you would come in and review them and mark them as correct or incorrect. And then the last 2, your students don't actually have to answer anything here, but the video will still pause and can show a picture that you have uploaded and added a caption to. or the video will pause and show a text box with whatever text you have added. Typically, I see teachers using this one at the beginning to state the objective or standard that they're covering, or also at the end to give next steps and directions to your students. So as I add in questions here, they'll start to populate down below. And then I just press publish, and I'll show you how you can share it out with your students. I'm going to go back and show you that we also have interactives that are already created for you. So again, you can create one from scratch right here. But if I scroll down, I have 4 interactives here already ready to go. So I can preview the questions to see if those questions look good to me and if I want to use those with my students. You can also print the questions as a worksheet. So if your students aren't one-to-one with a device, or if you're wanting to share the video whole class and then they are completing the questions on a worksheet and pencil, that's great. So I'll click on this to show you what the interactive video looks like. So it's the same video, but now you see there's some tick marks on the bottom here. And these tick marks, the different colors represent the different type of question that is being asked. And let's say you love this interactive, but you would really want to add one question to the beginning or potentially delete a question. Instead of starting over from scratch, you can click on these 3 dots and copy the interactive, and then you're able to edit it how you would like. All right, so you saw here the video was playing, and then when a question came up, the video paused. It asked the student the question, and the student just types in their answer here. We also have the immersive reader tool. So right here is a book and sound icon. If you click on that, this is helpful for students who are developing the English language or who are not at this reading level yet. So what it can do is read the question out loud to them. It also gives some picture clues for certain words. And then the text can be broken up into different ways if the student needs that. And then the last one is it can translate the question into many, many different languages here. And then it can also read it out in that language as well. So let's see, it's translated, and then I can press play and it would read it in that language. So once again, that's immersive reader. It comes up with this book and sound icon whenever a question is asked. Okay, so let's say you love this interactive. You want to share it with your students and you want to see how they're going to do on it. There's multiple different ways that you can share on ClickView, and we give you all these ways so that you can do whatever works best for how you and your students work together. So the first way I'll talk about is just with a link. And this link can be used in your learning management system, such as Canvas or Google Classroom. So there's the link icon down here. I can press copy link and then copy this again wherever I share things with my students. But then we also are enabled with Google Classroom. So that's right here, and you can click on it. And then your students would be able to simply view this video within their Google Classroom. One thing to note is they do need to log in through ClassLink at least once to activate their login and single sign-on, and then all of this should work correctly. So this is sharing out the link, but then you also have the option to create a classroom on ClickView and then share through your classroom here. So you can then, if you want to share within the ClickView portal, you press assign, and then you can select one of your classrooms and assign it to all of your students. You also can group your students within your classroom. So for example, I have a green group here, and maybe this group is a leveled group or it's for a group project. And I only want to share it with the 6 kids that are in that group. I could just share it there. And then of course you can also just share to individual students. So when you share within ClickView, the student would then log in to ClickView through ClassLink. And then they would have a notification on their homepage saying that you shared a video with them. You can leave them a little message as well. And then there will also be a notification in their notification section here to show that you have shared with them. Okay, so then we're going to dive into the analytics. So once you have shared a video with your students that has those interactive questions, you automatically start receiving their data. So you would just go to your shares, find that video, and click on it to see the data. As a reminder, those top 3 questions will be automatically graded by ClickView. And then if there are any short answer questions, it would let you know right here that you have 4 responses to mark. And then once you mark them as correct or incorrect, that data is populated. So we'll take a look here. Right away, you're going to see an overview. How are your students doing? What was the hardest question? And some average scores here. And then you can click on top to students, and you can see how every student answered each question and if they got it correct or incorrect. And if you click on that student, you can see exactly how they answered each question. And then similarly, you can go to questions and click on the question type and see how every student answered every question. And then heat map is a fun one. So the natural settings on ClickView is to allow students to move freely on a video. So they can fast forward, they can rewind, etc. There is a tick box when you are sharing out the video that says prevent skipping. You can click that and then your students can't skip ahead. That's up to you. But every student does have a heat map. So you'll see down below, wherever the student was watching the video, it is green. It turns darker green if they went and watched sections more than one time. But then you'll also see these white and gray areas. That means they skipped that part of the video. Excuse me. So you'll see Josie, for example, is skipping to different questions, and then it's just answering the questions and not actually watching. So then you can see how she did on the quiz and then potentially have a conversation with her and say, please go watch the video and let's see if you could do a better job. So that is there. Those are our analytics for any interactive video that is shared with students. You get to see it right there. Okay, a few more things on ClickView. So we are the short form videos, but we also offer a movies and TV section on ClickView. And this is new. It is ever growing. So go ahead and check it out and just know that we're gonna get more and more soon. But these are on here for you to use as however you would like. Some use it and show the entire movie within their class. Some teachers use it and they just know of a specific scene or clip they want to show. But these can be clipped and can be made interactive and shared with your students as well. All right, and then last thing on here we're going to look at is our My Videos section. So this is where any interactives that you have created will live, any clips that you have created will live, and then also we have unlimited storage for your own videos as well. So up here, I can upload a video. It does have to be a video that lives on your platform or on your computer. So it can't just be a link to a video. We need the file, and you can upload it here. And then that video can be clipped, can be made interactive, and can be shared with your students as well. And a fun thing to note is because it is your own content that you are uploading on here, if you need to share that video with your community, that link will also work for someone who does not have a ClickView account. So we have seen schools do this for a principal's message or even their football game or their musical they recorded, and they don't necessarily want it on YouTube for everyone to see. So they bring it on here and then just have that safe link to share out with community members. Okay, so I am going to head back here Oh, I do want to show you one more thing, our getting started page. So on our marketing website, clickvieweducation.com, under our resources, we have a getting started page here. And this is a great resource to share with anyone who wasn't able to attend these PD sessions, or if you need some friendly reminders, start here. You can click on ClickView, and then it's the introduction. It lets you know how to get started. And then really what I think is most beneficial is our short, easy, friendly training videos here. And they really talk about everything we went through today. And then similarly, we have that for Streamable Learning as well. So it's here. Streamable Learning also has some posters of things that we talked about today, such as creative ways to learn, to use Streamable Learning. And then, of course, I am here and always willing to help. So if you have questions post today, please reach out at any point. I'm happy to support. And also, if you have any requests for content or content partners, reach out to me. We love to hear from you. But I want to give you time to explore now to make sure that one, you're able to log in, and then two, you have time to look at the content that is appropriate for any of your upcoming lessons. And I'll stick around. So if you have questions as you're logging in and exploring, I'll stick around, but please take a few minutes to go and explore and try and find a video that's going to work for one of your upcoming lessons.
So one of the questions in the chat was, are careers also available on ClickView?
Yes. So we have, specifically in high school, we have a career, let me go to it, topic page. So go ahead and check it out there. And we know that CT is huge and is ever growing. So it is on our content team's mind to always be getting more and more of these resources. So make sure to keep looking for any updates. But here we have career and technical education.
And then Laura may want to unmute and clarify.
Okay. Yes, thank you for
ahead.
the mindfulness video. That is a skill that I like to talk to students about, but in a small counseling group, it would benefit me more instead of pushing the video out to students individually, which I may do that after just to make sure they kind of understood. But initially, I would like to show the video as a whole group, pause at certain parts, and use those questions that I put in there as discussion questions.
Yep.
And I'm wondering if I can do that, if I can just show it from my screen, from my computer. I don't have anything in my room that I can, I don't have a smart screen, but I only have a small number of students. So I could use my computer to show it and then have it pause and discuss. Will that work?
Yep. That's perfect. Yeah, we have teachers do that a lot, is they will show it on their big screen, but you can, of course, do it on your computer. And then instead of having the teacher come to have to press pause, they still use that interactive component so that the video pauses, the question will pop up, but then it's a whole group discussion instead of having to type in an answer.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing.
Can you show us one more time where you got to the the how-tos?
Yes. So it's actually on our marketing website. So I can also share it with you, Michelle, if you want to put it anywhere for the district to have. But clickvieweducation.com.
Okay.
And then we have our resources and our getting started page.
Perfect.
We're working to get these videos also within the platform, but it's a work in progress. We'll get there.
I understand. And do you mind if I go ahead and share my screen?
No problem.
So that I can give them that code while they're exploring.